You and I both know that there are millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people who could benefit from your service online. Yet, for some reason, you are not able to get them to become your customers, right? If you just converted 1% of those people, you would be a millionaire. Yet, you're struggling on knowing how to position your personal brand to consistently attract qualified leads and convert them into paying customers. And that's exactly what we will be addressing today. I will be breaking down the top 3 things you need to know so that you can confidently and consistently attract, nurture, and convert qualified leads into paying customers just by using your personal brand online. So, if you are new here, welcome back. My name is Lauren Nelson. I am the founder and CEO of LMM Africa, a digital marketing company. I am also a personal brand and sales coach, and I help my clients turn perfect strangers into paying customers just by using their personal brands online. So if you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe. If you want to wait until you get the gems to subscribe, you can do that too, but we got a lot to get into. Now, let's start off with point number 1. Business is a numbers game. Now, what most people don't realize is that it's not always about the quality. Yes, quality is great and it's needed, but quantity also matters just as much, especially if you're trying to generate more sales. So, when we think about the sales funnel, right? At the top of this funnel is where the most people are coming in, but by the time they get to the bottom of the funnel, near where people start to purchase, we have about 10% of what we started with. And when you understand that the more you do, whether it's paid or organic, the more you get on the end of your funnel, then it will help you start making more well-informed decisions, which will in turn help you start making more consistent sales in the digital space. Now, I remember when I started my first sales job, and this concept was pushed on us consistently. And we were told in order to reach our goal of, let's say, 3 to 5 sales every single day, we needed to hit 60 doors. And so for the average person, you're like, oh my gosh, why do you need to hit 60 doors in order to close 3 to 5 sales? And it's because numbers matter. We took into consideration the sales funnel and how just because you're talking to 60 people, and in your case, just because you are posting 3 pieces of content, doesn't mean that every single person who sees that piece of content will turn into a sale. And that's the same thing in real life. It's the same thing online. And so for us, we were taught that we reach out to these people and a percentage of them would come down the sales funnel. Out of 60, we might have 20 that we nurture the relationship. We might have 10 out of that 20 where we actually get to meet the decision maker. And from that 10, we can close about 3 to 5 sales. And that's how you need to see your content as well. You might get 2,000 people looking at your reels, but from that 2,000, expect only 200 to actually engage. From that 200, expect only about 20 to be interested. And from that 20, expect only 2 to follow you and learn more. And we keep that cycle going. You have to nurture. You have to do it over and over and over again to make sure that over time you're getting consistent sales. But in order to do that, you have to have a clear plan and you have to show up consistently because your numbers matter and consistency matters. The next thing you need to consider if you're looking to actively sell online is the fact that you might just have to reassess your expectations. And this can be hard because, again, what these gurus have told you is that if you post, you'll be guaranteed new clients, new customers, new everything. But truthfully, learning how to sell using your personal brand in the online space is a skill. It's a skill that has to be refined. It's a skill that has to be learned. And in order to refine and learn it, it requires you to show up consistently. It requires you to prioritize sometimes quantity over quality, because in order to get the quality, you have to do it over and over and over again. So right now, a lot of you hold yourself back because you're like, well, it's not up to par. it's not the quality that I want, not knowing that in order to get that level of quality, you got to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. You have to do it, right? There's no easy way around it. And once you understand that this learning curve is a part of you growing your business, is a part of you learning how to take your ability to sell offline and do it in the online space, you'll start moving so much faster. You'll be committed to learning how to develop this skill set of talking on camera, writing good copy, creating good hooks. It's just a transfer of skills. And this concept reminds me of the Dunning-Kruger effect. And it states that we are ignorant of what we don't know when we first get started. So once you understand what's required in order to start selling online confidently and consistently, you will change and shift your expectation that you have on showing up in the results that you're supposed to get, and you will fully commit to the process. So that way, instead of always focusing on why you're not making the sale, you'll start focusing instead on how can I become better so that I can start making sales consistently. And that leads us into our last point, which is become a master of the sales fundamentals. These things are things that will never change. It doesn't matter if you're online, offline, underwater, in the air, in heaven, on earth, or in hell. They will always be the same. And let me share them with you right now. Number one, the psychology behind sales. People will be people. People will be people no matter if we stop being people, will always be people. And once you understand how people think, how people act, what people really need in order to commit and trust you and see you as credible and want to give you their money in exchange for the transformation that you provide, you will be able to do business so much easier. Like, it'll be a no-brainer. Once I learned the fundamental of sales, I literally created my digital resume. People find my reel. From my reels, they come to my page, binge watch my page. And then guess what they would do? They would DM me and say that they are ready to work because my page, my digital resume, answered every single question that they had in their mind so that they were ready to pay me over $1,000 to work. That's the goal. That's what we are trying to get you to do, because once you're able to understand the fundamentals of sales, you will literally change your life forever. Doing business online will be a no-brainer. So that's the thing. When you understand the fundamentals, you'll be able to create a digital resume. From that digital resume, and I mean, we can call it a social media website, whatever you want to call it, but in essence, it answers all of the questions that your audience is asking themselves about your brand. When you're able to answer all these questions, when you're able to check off all the mental boxes that they have, they will want to work with you. They will be willing to invest their money into you. Their hard-earned coins, they will give to you because you are the best choice. You're the first and last choice, and that's the goal at the end of the day. So if that is something that you're actually wanting to do, if you're like, man, I want my audience to come through my page and realize that I'm the best answer for the problems that they have. I want to be the solution. I want to come off as credible. I want to be seen as an authority in my space. Then you want to join the Content to Cash Masterclass. We just ran this class and it was amazing, but the only thing we were missing was you. So if you want to learn how to attract, nurture, and convert qualified leads into paying customers, you want to learn the psychology behind sales so that you can actively show up and have your audience see you as credible, and you want to learn how to show up confidently because you have a clear plan, a clear sales strategy that will help you create content that gets your audience taking action, then you don't want to miss this. And also, we have a special guest who will literally blow your mind away. And I'm blessed that we're able to have him in the room with us for this session. So if you're interested in learning more or registering now, go ahead and click the link down below. This class will be held on July 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you are there in the room. And also, when you do register, join the WhatsApp group, because that's where we will be keeping reminders so that you will not miss a thing. So with that being said, I can't wait to see you there, and click the link down below to register now and save your spot. And we will see you in the Content to Cash Masterclass. And if you haven't already, subscribe now, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.